Day, I just heard some great news or some interesting news or just news in general. But that's that CoStar. I don't even know if you guys know what CoStar is, but I'm about to show you. CoStar picked up or is picking up homes.com. That's like a name from the past, a blast from the past. Do we even talk about homes.com anymore? I don't even know how this all happened, but I wanted to showcase this to you and explain to you what this could mean because it's got some interesting ramifications. And I wanted to break it down for you in just a few minutes so you can understand what this all means and what it looks like. So let's jump right into this. Give me a second. I'm going to share my screen with you just to share with you what's going on, and let me share the news. Here we go. So I went to the Real Deal, and now that I have you here, you know what's a little bit annoying here is that every time I go here at the top, there's this thing that pops up. If anybody's with the Real Deal, can you guys get rid of this? It's extremely annoying. Kind of like messes with me reading the news. Okay, here it is. CoStar buys home.com, or to buy homes.com for $156 million. I thought that was kind of cheap. I was like, whoa, only 156 million? I know some other companies that I thought were worth less that ended up being bought out for more. So that was interesting. And now, if we scroll down, we understand here that CoStar's been on a buying spree. And I'm not sure, I'm going to zoom in here so you can better understand what they've been doing. Check this out right here. It's the second purchase that CoStar has made in the residential sector since buying HomeSnap. Not sure you guys even knew that they bought HomeSnap, but there you go. They bought HomeSnap for 250 million. I thought that was a great purchase on their part, but now you're seeing, well, damn, didn't Redfin buy RentPath? Yeah, they did, but guess who was trying to buy it before them until they were told not to by the Federal Trade Commission here? CoStar, right? I'm sorry. And they were also looking at CoreLogic and they pulled out of that. So what are they trying to do? Here's what I'm trying to tell you, that as we're all doing real estate and involved in prospecting and doing the things we're supposed to be doing, right? There are companies out there that are looking at purchasing other companies this year and changing the dynamic of our world. And that's happening as we're practicing and not paying attention. This is important to pay attention to because, look, I'm about to show you what CoStar is. Now, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I always say, well, I always look at it and be like, wait, probably a bad thing because they're always trying to take a piece of our industry. But take a look at what they own here. CoStar. We already know, I just showed you they own HomeSnap now. They bought that. But what else do they own? And who are they, right? They're a data company. They love to collect data. That's why they were going after all these other companies they were trying to get, right? RentPath, which Redfin got. But they own LoopNet. And if you know what LoopNet is, if you don't, Google it. But it's a commercial site to search for properties, right? For commercial properties. Next, apartments.com, right? They own that. That's a pretty popular one. Biz Buy Sell, I actually don't even know what the hell that is, but they own that too. And Lands of America and STR.com. Now, you're like, okay, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Well, I'm getting there. Just patience. They also had an amazing year last year. And if you take a look at their stock, it's way higher than anything Zillow has out there. That's their direct competitor. That's who they're going after, right? Because they want to make more money. It's all about money. It's all about trying to make more money. It's all about trying to take a piece of our industry because it's doing so well. Obviously, real estate is just on a blitz right now. So they had an amazing year, right? 19% year over year. That's pretty nuts, right? So now I'm going to show you, it starts getting a little sexier here so you understand what's happening. Check out what they said. All right, now this is CoStar after they announced that. I'm going to zoom in here so you can read this. It says, and I want to explain this. Unfortunately, continued Florence, current residential listing sites do not serve the interest of homeowners. Remember, they said homeowners first, or their agents second, as they focus on selling advertisements on top of agent listings and increasingly offer competing brokerage services. They're pretty much saying, you know what, we're not Zillow. We don't want to do that whole world. Why? Because they hate Zillow. They actually hate. They're extremely competitive and they hate Zillow. And they say these sites generate a portion of their revenue from directing potential home buyers away from the listing agent to unrelated buyer agents that are advertising on the top of listing agent sites. So what they're saying is, look, we want to kind of offer the listing agent the leads, right? That's a good thing. But they're not telling you how much they're going to charge the listing agent because they definitely want to make money, right? Look at what they're looking at here. They announced over here. I'm going to just leave this in pause. I'm going to come back to this. But you go right over here. This is Inman. And they announced, okay, yeah, we're going to buy it for 156 million, right? And then you read a little bit deeper. And then you see, okay, they also bought HomeSnap. Now they want to combine HomeSnap with Homes.com to offer the consumers a better experience. And now, according to what we just read, to give some of that power back to the listing agent, right? And so here, for this part, Florence said in January that his company isn't competing with Zillow, but rather that the residential agent is Zillow's competitor. So they're differentiating themselves from Zillow, but I mean, are they really? Because they're coming out for this. Check out this from Zillow. This is Zillow's revenue in billions, right here, billions. Look how much money they made from Premier Agent in 2020. All right. 1 billion. That's how much money they made, right? Now, if you look at this deeper and you're like, well, how much money is there to be made in our world in real estate, right? It's somewhere around 27 trillion. And CoStar is definitely seeing that and saying, whoa, you know, maybe there's something here. Maybe we should start a whole residential sector and compete against Zillow. Well, that's exactly what they're doing, right? Because if you keep on reading here is our plan is bringing HomeSnap and Homes.com together is to help agents market their listings in support of the your listing, your lead philosophy, which stands in contrast to most players in the industry, including Realtor.com, including Zillow, including Open Door, including everybody, right? They're just saying, hey, we're going to be different, but they're not saying how much they're going to charge us because they're definitely going to take a piece, right? They're not doing this for free. And then saying what Homes.com is doing, all that good stuff. This is the revenue that they think they're going to make through the end of the year because I don't think we're going to see the big changes come until next year. But 5 to 10 million in incremental revenue for the CoStar group. And I think the thing that we have to be paying attention to, and let me switch back just so I can talk to you while I go back. The thing that we have to be paying attention to here is that companies are picking up other companies right now and fattening up the future of what they think is going to be the world of real estate. And that's everybody picking up something. They're either selling, they're either acquiring, or they're either merging in some way. And this is their direct play to compete against Zillow. They hate Zillow. Just Google this rivalry, right? Zillow versus CoStar. And now CoStar is going for more data. Now they're going for the experience for the consumer now to remember they own apartments.com, right? So now they're going to come through leases. They're going to come through LoopNet, through commercial. They're going to come through homes, regular homes. They're going to own that world, and you better believe that they're going to start picking up all the ancillary things like mortgage and title and where else can they make this money? Because remember, this is a $27 trillion industry. So now, how much money are they going to charge the agent? Right? What are they going to take from our pockets? Because as soon as they say, okay, yeah, it's your listing, your lead, but you got to pay for it, right? What does that look like? 30%, 40%? It's the model that everybody's going after. OpCity with Realtor.com, taking a chunk. Zillow, obviously, right? But there's a lot of money here to be made. And I don't think any of us are paying attention to this. So I need you to keep on focusing on growing your personal database, your business. Focus on growing that world that you have on Google, right? Google reviews, SEO, search engine optimization, more of those relationships with your past clients, with your sphere. Because these companies out there that are coming up left and right and buying everything, they're not in it for us. They're in it just to make money. They've identified that this industry makes billions and they want a piece of it. They may make it sound like it's super sexy, like, oh, yeah, look, we're giving you leads and we're making this industry better. They're not. They're in it for the money. And I need you to know that every time. It's cool to come in and say, okay, now I'm going to use Zillow. Cool. But I know their end game. I'm going to use HomeSnap. I know their end game. And I have a plan, right? What's that plan? You're going to continue to grow your database. You're going to continue to grow relationships, because when we go in the niches, that's where we can't be beat as real estate agents. So remember that part, because regardless of who comes in, this is such an emotionally driven industry on the consumer side and on the agent side, everybody who's involved, right? Look at the market right now, extremely emotional. And it takes us to hold it together. And then one more thing, you've got Zillow saying, and this is just to end it here, but Zillow saying, check this out. Millions will enter the housing market in 2021, right? So you think the market is hot now? hold on to your horses. This is going to get hotter, right? They're saying that, look, among the surveyed, I'm just going to highlight this so you can see this and zoom in. Among the surveyed movers, approximately 75% reported moving for positive reasons, such as being closer to family, friends, living, all that good stuff. And this is called what they're calling the Great Reshuffling. But this is happening now. You're going to see over the next year, people are going to get more comfortable with the idea that they're living in a COVID world, the vaccine's out, more people are vaccinated. And this is just a process that people are finally going to get comfortable with and saying, got it, we understand where we're at and we know what we need to do to continue to live. The economy is going to continue to pick up and more people are going to buy homes. More people are going to be moving. And our industry is going to continue to grow this year. So I want you to be ready. I want you to continue to nurture and love your database. Continue to work it, because this year is an absolutely amazing year, right? Don't let these amazing tech companies come in with all this money they have and scare you that they're purchasing this, they're purchasing that, they're taking away this, they're taking away that. See it as an opportunity. Use them like they are using you, but have a plan. Because as soon as you get these leads, if you are buying online leads, they become yours. Now have a plan to nurture them. Have a plan to nurture your past clients, your sphere. This is a long-term game, because if you're in it just to go like this, you're going to be out of business next year. This is a long-term game. Our business isn't going anywhere. It may morph in the next few years dramatically, but it's not going anywhere. So look, you're listening in. Thank you. I want you to just pay attention to what's happening around you so you understand that these things that I'm showing you, they impact our world. We may not see it. And by the time we see it, it's like, oh, that's what it was. Well, I want to make you more aware of it so you understand, because now you have a lot more power. The more knowledge you have, the more you act on that knowledge, the better you are. Have an awesome day.